Spider whose bite can cause fatal erections causes supermarket evacuation in Australia. Small things can lead to big consequences. We got a great example of that last week when an Austrian supermarket, I guess it's Austria, not Australia, Austrian supermarket issued a swift emergency evacuation order. What could have caused the shop to take such drastic measures? An armed intruder? A bomb threat? Nope, it was because of a spider. This wasn't just any ordinary 8-legged creepy crawly, though. If it was, the problem would have probably been solved with a quick stomp. The initially mysterious large arachnid was identified as a Brazilian wandering spider, one of the world's deadliest spiders. Its highly venomous bite causes a fascinating list of symptoms, including hours-long erections. Not wanting to subject its clientele or staff to fatal boners, the store quickly offered everyone to evacuate. The store then stayed closed for the next 2 days.
How do you offer everyone to evacuate? Hey, we got a special offer for you. Get the hell out.
Yeah, if you want, you can leave and not be bitten by this horrible spider, but, it's up to you. The store then stayed closed for the next 2 days for a comprehensive swipe to despiderize the interior. The only thing about spiders is it's almost better to kill them right away while you can still see them. I mean, I get that they wouldn't want probably get too close to this one, but I don't know. It seems like you'd want to try to keep them in sight and kill them while you can see them.
As a grocery store connoisseur, I would not want to go to that one after they try to fumigate or whatever for the spider.
That's one thing, kind of freaky thing, is if you work like in a store where you're unloading boxes that maybe came from other countries, you might open a box and get a spider like that.
Yeah. The exhibit A of the new world's conquest basically is going to take over the environment, get rid of all the current species. I think we have that with ladybugs. Like in the U.S., all of our ladybugs are being replaced by like this, I think, Asian beetle, which looks almost the exact same but has more spots on it. And does a lot of the same stuff, but there is like a downside because it can bite you, and it does have other negative consequences also. But it's basically taken right over.
Yeah, because I remember as a kid like playing with ladybugs, and like they don't really do anything to you.
Yeah.
But it's weird. So they're like look almost the same, but are they like killing ladybugs then and like taking over?
Yeah, I think they have like some sort of bacteria or something that like is not good for ladybugs.
Oh, I see.
It causes them to replace them.
Man, I remember I don't know if it was a foreign spider or not, but my first job I worked in this department store, and I was in the back, and I noticed this like huge spider, so I stomped on it, and it was pregnant, and just like this swarm of baby spiders comes out. So I'm just like vigorously like stomping, trying to kill them all.
Crazy thing is that's happened to me.
Oh yeah,
I was like outside of a house by where the water fountain, like water thing is, and like I saw a spider there. I stepped on it, and like it looked like thousands.
Yeah, it's so disgusting.
And they're so like microscopically small, and you just see like waves of them moving around. It's so horrible.
It's so horrifying to see.
Yeah,
that was nasty.
Yeah.
So the store has now reopened, and the management assures everyone that there's no risk of running into any Brazilian wanderers. Yet the operating company has admitted that they didn't actually find the spider. Oh, that's reassuring. Yeah. Maybe it's still there watching and waiting, ready to give an unsuspecting passerby an erection he'll never forget. The spider incident happened on August 8th in Kremsandornau, a historical town sitting in the Danube River in northern Austria. On the day, the staff of a penny market branch were unpacking a new shipment, which included a box of bananas. That's how it happens, folks. Mm-hmm. We can only imagine a staff member went a bit bananas when they cut open the box. In addition to potassium-rich fruit, the crate contained a stowaway. On top of the bananas crawled a 4-inch long black and red spider. Now, it's nothing unusual for bugs of all kinds to end up in tropical fruit shipments and find their way halfway across the world. The problem is that some of them can be dangerous. Was this spider a problem? Nobody at the store knew, so they called the fire department. I actually want to maybe skip and just see if I can find the actual, like, what happens when you get bit by one. because like it is a pretty insane thing. Because I think it does. I mean, I think it can eventually kill you. Okay, but why does this one spider cause such a massive operation? Well, that's because Brazilian wandering spiders are dangerous. These arachnids often like to hang on a banana branch looking for tasty prey like crickets, mantids, frogs, lizards, and bats. As a result, they can end up in banana boxes. A Brazilian wandering spider's bite is no joke. Its venom contains at least 6 different neurotoxins that make it one of the deadliest spiders in the world. The bite, which is incredibly painful in itself, causes nearly instantaneous symptoms. The list includes, but isn't limited to, sky-high heart rate and blood pressure, dizziness, nausea, hypothermia, drooling, vomiting, and blurred vision. If you happen to possess a penis, the bite also causes an instant erection that can last for hours. In case that sounds like a good time to you, be aware that your disco stick will feel like you're having intercourse with the business end of a rusty blender the entire time. Should you go... I mean, that's a small price to pay, really.
Darn.
Should it go untreated, the venom can begin to paralyze your muscles, including those responsible for breathing. As you lay on the floor slowly asphyxiating, you can ponder whether it was a good idea to try and cure erectile dysfunction by handling exotic arachnids. You know, the fact that this happens, though, you got to imagine some company has tested, like, the venom and, like, be like, can we just isolate what causes the boners and, like, get rid of all the bad stuff?
For sure, yeah.
I mean, if they did that, then they'd be breeding these spiders everywhere and be, like, taking their venom.
How do you know we're not?
Yeah, we could be. Who knows?
These spiders are practically extinct at this point. We're just getting all the boner juice out of them.
You know, I just last night rewatched Avatar 2.
Okay.
And, like, I guess this is like a slight spoiler, but there's this whole subplot near the end of the movie where, like, the bad guys, they kind of hunt down these, like, you know, huge intelligent whales and kill them. Mm-hmm. But they do it just because there's, like, in their brain, there's this gel that apparently stops human aging. And they get this small, like, tube of it, and he's like, this is worth $80 million or whatever. But I was just thinking, if it was the same thing, but it was like, oh, this causes, like, really good boners, it would be the same thing.
Yeah.
They would still kill those whales.
For sure. No
just
doubt.
For the boner juice.
It might cost more, too.
Yeah. This is worth $80 billion.
How many boners I have in this bottle?
So many boners.